Bang!
Bang!
Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and today we're going to go through 6 awesome knives. Now we're going to go through them really quick. This is the Kaiser Cormorant full titanium frag pattern. Now these are back in stock. I'm going to link it down in the description. Now my original one that I had gotten, and this doesn't count on the list, was the original G10 version in S35 VN blade steel, but I wasn't that impressed with this one. My D10 is just kind of slacking. I mean, it's still good, don't get me wrong, it's still really good, but it didn't speak to me, right? Then I got the micarta one, which was a massive improvement. One, the detent is completely different. The way it fires out, like, you can't even fail this one. Incredible action, multiple deployments. You have the front flipper, the regular flipper, the reverse flick, the thumb flick, the button flip if you want to button flick it. But it got a lot better with this one. And, you know, I like this one quite a bit. It's got a hollow ground S35 VN blade. Micarta scales, with the micarta being really good quality. Reversible deep carry clip. But then, this one came out. This one's by far my favorite one. Same hollow ground, clip point blade with the milling writing, or sorry, the jimping writing all the way up the spine, so you get a lot of traction. You can get up nice and tight to the edge. The frag pattern is nice and deep, lots of texture, and you can see on the inside that it does have milling also, so it's very lightweight for being full titanium. And the detent, again, very, very solid. Super, super good action. Now, another thing I really like is the clip. It is a titanium milled spring pocket clip that's deep carry, which is crazy because they were able to make a deep carry clip that's also titanium and is also milled. And it is not bad going in and out of the pocket on top of this frag. So that's very awesome. But awesome knife, and I'm glad they're finally back in stock because I wasn't showing it because I was, you know, I didn't want to make people upset that they couldn't get it. Next, the CMB Mate Knives Zetsu. An M390 steel with this wicked looking clip point blade. This thing is nasty, but it is built extremely, extremely well. Now, there's a couple different versions. I believe there's the aluminum one, but this one is the copper infused carbon fiber that looks so good. It's a bolster lock, titanium milled pocket clip and back spacer. Front flipping action, but even though with this front flipper the jimping doesn't go all the way around the top, this is a great front flipper. It works so good. The action is so snappy. It's so easy to flick. And it snaps out there really hard. Now, another thing I really like is the comfort of the lock bar. When you disengage it, and it does have a steel lock bar insert and an over travel stop and yada yada, all the good stuff, all the bells and whistles. But the comfort of unlocking it, the disengagement is super comfortable, and then it has that false shut action, very premium feeling, and in the hand, it is nice and comfortable. Now, it is robust, thicker grind. However, the way I think that this thing is going to be used, let me show you. This is going to be, you know, very much a utility cutting knife. And even though it has a Persian style clip point, it works so good for opening things up. The utility cuts are great, even though it does Persian up a little bit. But if you look, it doesn't have much belly. So since it has that, I mean, you can just do amazing utility cuts. And regular slicing, you're going to be able to do it. You might want to lower back the angle a little bit and put a little bit bigger edge bevel on it because it is rather thick. But regardless, it's going to work in a pinch. And, you know, for the poking things, it's going to be amazing, you know. So, awesome, awesome knife. Very impressed with this one. Next is my USMC Fighter Folder Flipper by Medford. What a beast. You can get these in so many different versions. They are expensive though. USA made, every bit of it. Mine is an S35 VN blade steel, full titanium frame lock handle. It's got an attitude adjuster on the bottom, and you know, it kind of pays homage to the USMC K-bar. and it is badass all the way around. Mine has gotten very smooth. When you first get them, they are a bit stiff, but you can see mine is broken in very nicely. Beautiful hollow ground drop point blade, and just looks like it wants to get into a fight. And it's a beast. It really is, man. This thing is gigantic, heavy duty, enormous, overbuilt to the max. I mean, just look at the stop pins on it. Look at those stop pins. Listen to this thing lock up. Sounds like a vault door. It's an absolute beast. I absolutely love it. And, like I said, it comes in so many different configurations. This is the PVD bladed and then pommel and then raw stonewashed titanium scales. And it kind of looks like a leather wrapped handle. Now, they have versions with flamed anode and all different colors, and there's so many different options with this one. Same knife, same everything, different blade steels and stuff, but with the colors and the anodizing, there's just so many options. It's such a beast of a knife, and it's just badass all the way around. I absolutely love it. But like I said, these are not cheap. I will link some down in the description, but they are running pretty close to $900. So just depending on the option, between $800 and $1,000, basically, just depending on the option you get. So badass though. Gotta love it. I do have a full review on this as well. I'll try to pin it up in the corner if you're interested in seeing me beat the hell out of it out in the woods and stuff. Look at how smooth it got. Look at that smoothness. And it is on phosphor bronze washers in the pivot. It's amazing how easy it is to flick and flip now that it's broken in. Next. Now this one is the Gavco Nurse, but this is the production version done by originally Drop, but Kaviso is the one that runs Drop now, or at least the Drop knives. And you can get these for like $168 for the purple and blue version. The all black version is like $145. So pretty good deal. S35VN, full titanium, steel lock bar insert, titanium clip, one standoff. The build quality is really good on it. The action is so good. The detent, very solid, very snappy. And then you have this reverse flicking hole that's also very easy to use. Now, I will say when it's open though, you can get by with it like this, but the clip is a little obnoxious. It's a little big. A lot of people chop them off. Now, you do have to be careful chopping it off because that's where the stop pin is, but as long as you do it right, it works just fine. You can chop it off right there and make kind of a choil, so you can choke up like this. And that would be a lot more comfortable, but it's still no problem just having the flipper tab as long as you're using it for light-duty stuff, which is, primarily what people are going to use this style of knife for. Gavco likes to do knives after sharks, and obviously there's the Nurse Shark. And yeah, pretty badass though. It is very good build quality. I believe Wii knives are the one that make these. And they did an incredible job. Wii does an incredible job with their OEM work. Now, speaking of Wii, the Wii Coolix. Man, I've been loving this little button lock. We have multiple deployments. You have the flipper and the thumb studs. Now, the thing is that they tune the detent on their button lock so good. I mean, you would think it had a detent instead of using the button. But it does use the button. It doesn't have a regular detent or anything, even though it feels like it. Beautiful blade shape, perfect size. I can still get a full 4-finger grip, even though it is a smaller knife. You can kind of use the flipper tab a little bit as a choil. Blade shape, it works great for EDC. Since the handle is so neutral, you can use it in the reverse grips, the pinch grips, the gas station fighting grips, all the good grips. Very fidgety, very fun, premium materials, 20 CV, full titanium. It is an awesome knife. Now, with the clip, it does have a deep carry clip that is titanium and reversible, but a lot of people think it looks somewhat like a budget clip. Now, I'm not positive, but I think you might be able to replace it with one of the titanium Civivi clips, which is a full titanium milled pocket clip. The only thing is that it'll be either black or plain. So, you know, it'd be cool if it came in blue, but if you did get the plain one, it would match the blade. And these do come in different colors, different options. Now, last knife on the list is the KANSEPT Entity. I have been loving this one. It is so ergonomic. The blade is so beefy and so badass. Now, it does come in another option, which is a straight clip point with a full flat grind. This one's the drop point version, and you have full titanium frame lock. Then you have these polished holes that add a little bit of a design feature to it. The comfort disengaging it, this is what I was talking about earlier. You know, the comfort of a lock bar, especially one like this, is done so well. It makes the knife just that much more premium. And the detent and the flipper tab, yeah, it's got a big flipper tab, but boy, does it kick. This thing has a nice detent. Really, really good. Very, very smooth fall shut action. But yeah, the detent is nice and early, so it's easy to get past when you disengage it. And the comfort of right here is chamfered so nicely. It's so it's just soft. Perfect to disengage without getting any type of fatigue or anything like that over time. Perfectly centered. Blade is, you know, a little bit of the robust geometry. However, the ergos match it up. So this thing cuts like a champ, and it's going to be relatively easy to do a utility cut. You got the poon right there for your thumb. You can really lock in and get some good ergos. Now, the clip, yes, it's ugly. That's the one downfall. Why did they do this clip? I don't know. However, it works great. That's the thing, man. I can complain about it all day, but in the hand, I don't even feel it because it winds up landing in a perfect place for, you know, where the way I grip it when I'm using it, any type of grip, I really don't feel it, even though it looks like it would be so uncomfortable. The way it angles right here, it falls perfectly in a position in my hand to where I just don't feel it. So carrying it works great. In the pocket works great. So functioning wise, it's an amazing clip. But yes, it does not match the knife. It's steel. It's not even titanium. I don't know what they were thinking. Man, I wish they would just come up with another clip for this that would just look better, because it does look off. It looks like it was an accident. It looks like you just kind of found a clip and slapped it on there. Beautiful pivot collar, S35 VM blade steel. And yeah, awesome knife, man. I'm really liking this one. But there you guys go. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.